We gather during this beautiful Christmas season to celebrate the feast of the Holy Family. It's always celebrated on that Sunday between Christmas and New Year's. And liturgically, there are many feast days during this particular week. Today was the feast of the first martyr, St. Stephen. Tomorrow is the feast, the 27th, of the first apostle, or the beloved apostle, John. All these celebrations kind of fall at a very significant time in the church year. On January 1st, it'll be Mary, the Mother of God. The following Sunday will be the Feast of the Epiphany, drawing the season to a close. It's very interesting that today's feast is about family. And we refer to the family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph as the Holy Family of Nazareth. And we know that family can be a celebration of many things, some great and memorable. Other times, family celebrations are difficult and challenging. If nothing else, belonging to a family teaches us to be human. There are so many challenges placed in each of our families, so many situations that have to be dealt with. But hopefully, through the grace of God, we deal with them the best we can, and our families pretty much work out the way we want. But family is a challenge. And the church holds up today the family of Jesus, Mary and Joseph. And when we look at the scriptures, being a holy family doesn't necessarily mean a family without its problems. I'm sure they dealt with many human situations: unemployment, housing, finances, perhaps troublesome personalities among their relatives, perhaps even sickness. And we look at different examples of this in our scriptures about this holy family. We can easily imagine Joseph and Mary's confusion when Mary conceives through the power of the Holy Spirit. Not something usually a couple has to deal with. Or the humble birth of Jesus in a place where animals slept. Imagine Joseph's disappointment as a man is that he couldn't even provide a mattress or a comfortable place for his wife to give birth. Or in today's gospel, imagine Joseph's dream, and he knows it's going to be a reality. He needs to take his family, pack them up, put them on a donkey, and travel to a foreign country. People actually want to kill his son. Or imagine the nightmare in the scriptures when Jesus is lost as a young boy at the age of 12 in Jerusalem. And very interestingly, even over 2,000 years ago, Jerusalem was not considered a safe city. Any parent would be panicking if their child was lost in that town. Or perhaps we understand the grief of Jesus and Mary at the death of Joseph. And Mary living long enough to see her son betrayed, denied by his friends, crucified, and even buried in a borrowed grave. One needs to wonder what being a holy family is all about. If that's what the Holy Family deals with, we have to ask ourselves, how do we deal with what we've been given? We have to ask ourselves when we look at scriptures, what holds this family together? And how do we keep our own family together at this time? When we look to the scriptures, the book of Sirach today offers us a little advice. It just tries to come up with different virtues or paths to making family work. Sirach tells us this: whoever honors his father atones for sins and preserves himself from them. When he prays, he is heard. He stores up riches who reveres his mother. The challenge is always given to each of us. And even St. Paul, when he addresses the early faith community, truly knows that living a virtuous life for everybody in the family is the only thing that's going to hold the family together. Living those virtues that reflect the goodness of God, patience, love, and kindness, are the only thing going to keep a marriage and a family together. And Paul understands that it's easily forgotten to practice those virtues. And even when he talks in this reading about the love between a married man and woman, he makes it very clear their love can never become like that first family in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve. When they stopped loving each other, they soon began blaming each other for absolutely everything. Their first sin is to point out each other's faults. They take the place of God in making themselves judge. They sacrifice their own true love to keep themselves happy. And unfortunately, they lose God in the process. Sin becomes for them their shield rather than the armor of God's love. And the challenge is given to us today to do whatever we can to strengthen our own family. Sometimes the only thing we can do is pray and have wishful thinking and hope. Other times, maybe we can direct somebody to get the help that they need. And maybe there are times we have to step away from the situation or the people. But the important thing is the virtues that we practice when we make that decision. Honesty, patience, forgiveness, love, endurance. That's what must reign in our hearts. And when families and communities and parishes are successful, it is because they are first places of love. We are called to live that life, and that time is now. I came across a funny little story I'd like to share with you. It's about an adult daughter and her father. They were always very close and always spent a lot of time with each other. Months had passed since they had seen each other. And when the father called to ask when she might visit, she listed for him the reasons of why she couldn't come right now. Meetings, work schedules, soccer games, and the list went on and on and on. Finally, the father asked her if she planned to attend his funeral. And the daughter's response was immediate. "Dad, I can't believe you'd ask that. Of course I'll come." And the father's reply was this: "Great, but forget the funeral and just come. I need you more now than I'll need you then." It's a reminder to us, my brothers and sisters, to never allow things to become in family too late. As we gather today on this feast of the Holy Family, let us truly pray that our homes and our hearts will become as welcoming as that one first true family of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.